Hello, everyone, and welcome to the official YouTube of Yokaishi Trading Card Game, which happens to be my homemade TCG. Now, I've been working on this game diligently during the pandemic, and I feel like I have enough things that I can show to the public, and let's get right into it. Yokaishi TCG is a 1v1 monster battling card game, much similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! But with some elements of Pokemon. But instead of a field, you're gonna be operating a sentinel. Let's open up this book of notes here. These are all just like beta sketches, or no, not even beta, alpha, whatever, pre-steps. Um, and what you're gonna have is a spell zone. There's gonna be three, not two, but spell zone, and your yokai, which are going to be the monsters you're using because it's in the title, Yokaishi, uh, will be set as body parts. So you will have two yokai for arms, two for legs, and one for a body. So think of it as like operating a Megazord, and the yokai are your Power Rangers, so to speak. But your head will be a sentinel card. Think of it as like your core, if you will. And a sentinel card is your life points. So there's going to be a rule video that's going to go into it, but that's just the overlay for now. So let's put that ugly thing aside. A bit of information about me. Hello, my name is Steph, and I started working on this TCG during the quarantine. It's something that kept me busy during my quarantine, and I've gotten really, really into it. I used to make TCGs when I was younger. I made some when I was like in elementary school, not like I just like, they were like Dragon Ball Z cards that I made, where I got like Dragon Ball Z stickers and stuck them onto like cardboard. I mean, there's gonna be a video where I show my old TCGs, because I have like that one I found recently, and I have some that I made from like junior high school for like a school project. Yeah, but there's gonna be a video on that. Um, so yeah, I'm an artist. Professionally, I guess you can say I've done professional work before, off and on, free agent type stuff. Um, but I've been drawing my whole life. I like to dabble in some arts and crafts also, like some sculpting. I do a lot of painting as well. Before all this, I was working on my own manga, but I took a break from that because you can't do the same thing for too long. At least I can't do the same thing for too long. I'm going to need something different to break it up in between, and boom, TCG. uh, so yes, let me show you um the cards, actually, like give you a quick overlay. So this is a sentinel. I don't have an official design for the sentinel cards yet, because I'm still working on how I want them to look. I actually drew what they look like. I just haven't worked on. Oh, that was my dog in the background, in case you heard that. I just haven't worked on the what the actual like alpha card, or alpha or beta card, the mock cards look like. So this was something I used when I was figuring out the rules of the game. Like, I play tested the rules. Maybe I'll do a video on the early editions of the cards, when trying to figure out what direction I wanted to take the game. So put that to the side, and let me show you a quick what the monster types and spell types we have. So you use yokai, and yokai are creatures of Japanese mythology and folklore. Let me You have essentially three kinds of yokai. You have your plain yokai cards, which are cards that just have flavor text, like information about the yokai, no effects. You have your HP and attack types, and title. I know it's white on gray, it's hard to see. Don't worry, these are all uh, like mock cards. These are just things that I printed out myself for my printer for play testing and just to get an idea of what they could possibly look like. After several play tests and some corrections made, there will be a better, more official design, which will then be sent into the game crafter. um, but there'll be a separate video going over the cards entirely. But you know, this right here is just flavor text, no really effects and all that. Um, if you're wondering about how the types go, it's the first circle is always the element of the yokai, the second is the attack type, and the last is the weakness. So gray is flying, or wind, I should say, wind type, air type. So it's a wind type, it does a wind damage, and it's weak to lightning because it's yellow right here. Boom. And then another type of yokai are uh, regular effect yokai, which can also be sacrifice yokai. Like, for example, we have Omibozu, which is a giant, like, water spirit, oceanic spirit yokai. Um, and this right here requires 2 sacrifice to summon. So there are like tributes and summons, much akin to like Yu-Gi-Oh and such. And this one has an effect that is activated while summoned. There's many different types of effects. Um, and probably you could also see here that it mentions soak. In my game, soak is a status effect, which I'll go into at a later video. Some yokai have effects that can be activated and used when they're placed as a body part. So this guy, if you place him as a leg, he can cast Scorch once per turn, and Scorch is a status effect, there'll be another video for that. And then we have the magic cards, which I'm still working on them. All this is all subject to change, but here's what a standard regular magic card looks like. I might change the color of the borders because it's hard to see against the white, and also the coloration is close to the lightning type element because it's yellow. But yeah, a plain spell card. I don't know. I was thinking about, should I call them spell cards? Should I call them magic cards? I don't know. Should I call them talismans, charms, sutras? I don't know. Just to make it sound different from like Yu-Gi-Oh and such. I don't know. If you have any ideas or it doesn't matter, comment down below. Next is equipped cards. Still thinking about how to make equipped cards function. Should they be permanent as long as they're attached to a monster? Should they be temporary, like should they work for a certain amount of turns? I'm not sure. I just have to play test it several times to find out. But if you have any suggestions or ideas, put it down in the comments below. This is the Muramasa Katana. So yeah, this is the artwork for it. But there's gonna be a separate video for the cards and their artwork. I also have links in the description below for a DeviantArt where you can see the art of these cards up close in great quality. I recently made those pages, or that page, so I'm still uploading as I go along. So yes, what you see here will be up on the DeviantArt as well as my Instagram and Twitter over time. Over time. And we have another spell card. I put counter here because it kind of works as like a counter attack, because it's like, oh, when your opponent has declared an attack. So you could almost, in a sense, I guess you can say it works similarly to like a trap card. But honestly, I think in the final version, I'm not really gonna have this classification here, because it's like, if I'm gonna tell you, when your opponent declares an attack, if I'm already gonna tell you when to use this card in the text description, in the text box, I probably don't really need this. But we'll see. When I play test it, we will see how this goes. Yeah, so I really don't want this video to be too long because I have a tendency to just ramble, especially since I don't really script my stuff. Uh, so yeah, this is just an intro video just to give you a taste of what I've been working on, what I have. Trust me, I have way more mock cards than this. I plan to do a monster card highlight video or profile video. Let me know down in the description below. Should I go over them like element by element, like do a video that's dedicated to like fire types, water types, electric types, nature types, this and that, or just kind of just randomly mix in different handfuls of yokais at a time? Just let me know down in the description. Um, Follow me on my socials. They'll be down in the description as well. Um, if you're a fellow TCG maker, I'll follow you as well. And yeah, stay tuned for future videos. Thank you, and I'm Steph. See you next time.